in this class we are going to learn the basics of formula within the spreadsheet in LibreOffice. How to do some basics mathematics, summation, multiplication, average, finding maximum, minimum, and so on. Okay, so to start with, let's say we have this bunch of numbers that we have arranged within the cell. This is mass, this is volume, and we have them arranged like this. And for this, we want to carry out some basic operations like the summation. We want to find the summation. Let's change their position from here. Let's do Ctrl X and paste them here. Okay, so for this, we want to find out the summation, the average, the maximum of all of these numbers, and even across in the horizontal direction. So to start with, let's start with the summation or addition. So we can select here, and in each case, for you to carry out any operation within spreadsheet, you have to go to that cell where you want the answer to be, and then you hit on equal sign. And once you hit on the equality sign, then you can either add in the numbers manually. For example, in this case, you can say 34 plus 54 plus 2 plus 55 plus 33 plus 43 plus 78. Okay, and once you hit on enter, it's going to return the total, like we have 299. So this is one way of doing it. Okay, summation of all the elements within the cells. The second way is, let's delete this. The second way is, let's say equal to, then we say sum. Okay, this is going to bring in the sum function. So you open the bracket. Once you open the bracket, then you have to define the numbers. What do you want to sum? So we can go over here, select the first cell, and we can move, drag, okay, up to the last cell, which is B4 to B10. And once we release, we can close the bracket and then hit on enter, and this is going to return 299 also as our summation. Okay, so this is another way to do it. So it's very easy to carry out summations within spreadsheet in LibreOffice. So let's try average. Average also, you can sum the numbers, divide by 2. But alternatively, you can do it using the function, okay, equals to average. Okay, average, then you open the bracket and define the numbers. So average of these numbers. Okay, and once you close the bracket and hit on enter, it's going to return the average of that particular number. Okay, the maximum also, you can say equals to the max. You do the max function, and once you open the bracket, so you define the numbers, okay, which one is the maximum among them, and once you close the bracket, it's going to return the maximum, which is 78 in this case. So division minimum also, you can say equal to, that's what you should never forget, equal to, then open the bracket, the minimum of all this number, the answer is 2, but then let's do it, and then once you close the bracket and hit on enter, you can see it returns 2. Now we can do the same for division. We can say equal to, and then you can divide any function. For example, I can say this B11, okay, divide by, so you can put the division sign within your system on your keyboard. You can say divide by, so you select another one. So let's say this one, divide by B7, and once you hit on enter, it comes back to the division of this. Okay, multiplication also, you can select any of the number. You can say equal to, and then you can select 33 multiply by, so you can do that with the asterisk within your keyboard, multiply by 54, and once you hit on enter, it returns the multiplication of this. Okay, so in each case, if you want to see what you have actually done to get this answer, for example, this one, you can select, and you see this is division, and these are the cells that you've divided. And when you double click, then you see exactly the cells that are the product of that function, what you have divided by what. You can see even with the coloration, everything is clearly highlighted. The same way here, if you double click, you see the function that you've carried out. It's the average of this function, okay, these numbers. Okay, so it's very easy. And then lastly, let's try to compute density. All right, so let's say density is mass times volume. So let's multiply this and this. Let's say this times this to give us the density. So let's create another row from here, another column. Let's say insert column before this. Okay, so we can define this and call this density. Okay, so usually density is equal to mass times volume. So we can say it's equal to this multiply by, so we say asterisk this. Okay, so once you hit on enter, it returns the density. And if you want to do that for the other ones, you can do the same way, follow through in each cell and say equal to this times this. But if you want to follow the normal method, you can hover over your cell until you see that your cursor turns into this plus sign, and you can click and drag across, and it's going to calculate the density across all of these. Okay, you can see now we've calculated the density across all of these. So once you double click, you'll be able to see what and what is being multiplied. You can see everything is clearly defined. So once you double click, you see what and what is clearly defined and how you got to what. So the summation can be done across, even multiplication you can do across. You can have the sum of these numbers by saying equal to the summation of, so you open the bracket and you can select the numbers, for example all of these, and once you close the bracket and hit on enter, it will return the summation of these horizontal lines. So this is basically it. You can carry out the summation of any number and across any place. Once you come to the location where you want the answer to be, you just put in the equal sign, and then you define this one plus, or this one multiplied by this number. Okay, and once you hit on enter, it will just return the number. So the spreadsheet mostly serve as a mini calculator where you can calculate things, you can insert formulas, you can do even complex calculations in addition to these basic ones that we've added. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this tutorial, this class about the basic formula addition within the spreadsheet in LibreOffice. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.